And good morning, everybody. It's about 11:15 on Monday. Monday before Christmas. How about that? What, 5-6 days left? So pretty cool. Weather looks good today. And then, yeah. So before I get started here, we'll get a few more people to jump in, just so we don't have to repeat, and we'll try to get everybody in one swoop, if you will. So yeah, data here really hasn't changed a whole lot from what we were thinking the last week, 2 weeks or so, about this cold air, and temperatures are going to be, really, really cold. I mean, no doubt about it. So dangerous wind chills. No ice with this. This is not going to be an ice storm. We will see some snow, some places more than others. But as far as calling this a major winter storm, no. But major cold for sure. And I'll show you where this cold is going to rank of years past. I've seen some stuff posting, coldest since 1983 and all that. I lived in Oklahoma. I'm born and raised here. I was here in 83. I wasn't, what the hell was I, 13, 15? And it was definitely December of 83 was just brutal. I mean, but the coldest day we've had in history was back in 2021. In state history combined. I'll show you what I'm talking about coming up. So this is not going to go down as the coldest outbreak we've ever had, or the coldest temperatures we've ever had. It's not going to be that, but it's going to be cold. And I think at some point it doesn't matter, right? Whether we're at 5 below or we're 12 below or whatever it is. So, anyway, let me see. Let me get these things lined up here. We'll get these numbers a little bit higher, then we'll get started. 2020 and 2021 was pretty brutal. We had the ice storm going into 2020, October, and then we ended it with the craziness for 2021. February was just insane. We had the big rolling blackouts and all that. We are not going to get back into that. That's not going to happen, but I just want to show you some other things here. But anyway, yeah, so we'll have some fun weather coming up for sure. All right, get these numbers a little bit higher. Hang on, let me do one more thing here. Okay, so today's nice. Sunshine, little wave moved through overnight, had a couple of sprinkles with that, not a big deal. That thing is gone, so we're enjoying some sunshine today. After today, the clouds roll back in for tomorrow into your Wednesday. We'll see more clouds than not. Not crazy cold the next 2 days, but our cold front will bring us highs in the 30s and 40s. This is for tomorrow and Wednesday, but that's not the true Arctic/Siberian air that's going to arrive before you get up Thursday morning. Okay, so the next couple of days, yes, it will be chilly, but not anything like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then by Sunday, we actually get above freezing. Okay, so let's kind of give you the big view of kind of the setup right now. I'll flip this around for you. And a little wave that moved out this morning, a little wave of energy there, not a big deal. All right, so here's the big view. See the jet stream running from north to south across the northern U.S., right? And Oklahoma's down here, what we call west-northwest flow, no big deal. Watch what happens here. See this? See this dip coming out of Western Canada? There's our problem. And this bowling ball right in here is just it's gonna tap into all this Siberian air that's sitting up across Canada. Let me show you another shot here of But this right here, it's kind of tied to that. Strong jet coming out of the Arctic Circle, down into Western Canada, down into the Western U.S. So, yeah, that's our problem. So, again, this is going to take up a lot of real estate in the U.S. So just kind of keep that in mind. And also, if you have any travel plans coming up this week, I know a lot of people do. There's going to be some interesting things going on. This system is going to leave Oklahoma on Thursday afternoon, with the heaviest snow is going to be in northeast Oklahoma, right? And then it's going to turn into a major storm off to our east. See this going on over here? Major storm going on to our east. As we get into, that's going to be Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, into Saturday morning. And snow amounts are going to be pretty impressive. To our east, notice northeast Oklahoma, yes, has snow, but a good chunk of Kansas, Missouri, all of the Ohio Valley are just going to get absolutely dumped on it. And this will be a blizzard too. Okay? Now watch how this transpires coming up Friday morning. So there's going to be delays if you're trying to catch a flight out or something on Christmas Eve, you know, out trying to get to Chicago or something. You're going to have delays all through here. We'll have delays all through there. Okay? So that's what's going on with that. All right, so let's talk about the cold. Let's look at these temperatures here. And you can see, let me switch views here for you, kind of give you a closer shot. And what's the cold air? All right, so again, we're chilly here the next 2 days. Highs in the 40s tomorrow and your Wednesday. And then what's the Arctic front, Siberian front? This is Siberian air that originated, you know, in Siberia, Russia. But anyway, so Thursday morning, it's moving across the state, and it just goes, and it's going to slide up against the Rockies, and it's going to go all the way deep into Texas. Look how much of the U.S. is under the influence of that by Friday afternoon. Look at that. I mean, it's you know, 70%, 80% of the U.S. is under that. Pretty crazy. And look how it's all tied to this area of low pressure. I mean, just coming in on the backside of that low. Okay? All right. And then after that, we do modify. By Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week, by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we're back in the 50s and possibly 60s. So, but we're still, here's the deal. We're going to be cold enough. Not by Thursday morning. We're going to be cold enough, but we're not going to be cold enough long enough by then. But by Thursday night, into Friday morning, into Saturday morning, the threat of pipes bursting will increase because your house gets colder, the ground gets colder, your pipes get colder in the walls. And so, especially on the north walls. So by Friday and Friday night into Saturday morning, if your pipes are going to freeze, it's going to be during that time frame. Okay, so Friday and Saturday, you know, drip the faucets. Friday and Saturday. Okay? Beginning Thursday night into Friday morning and then into Saturday. Just keep it going. Now, if you live in a house where you've never had a problem with that, you didn't have a problem with that back in 2020 or 2021, you're probably okay. But it wouldn't hurt. So I've got a couple of faucets in our house that, you know, get close and might try to freeze up. So I'll drip those for Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday. And then as we get into, again, Sunday, we're back above freezing. Christmas Day, I'll do a high of about 35 in Oklahoma City. All right, let's talk about some of the snow here that's coming up and some of the temperatures and yada, 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 yada. Okay, so let me get this right here. Okay. Okay, so these are temperatures. This is tomorrow afternoon. 40s, some 30s across the Northwest. All right, let's go to Wednesday. We're still cloudy. Wednesday, 40s. All right, low to mid 40s on Wednesday. All right. Now, can you see it? There it is. Okay, so there's midnight. Midnight, Wednesday night going into Thursday. There's midnight. Arctic fronts coming into Beaver County. And again, this might be off by a county or two, but you get the drift here. There's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 or 6 or 7 in Guyman. It's 39 in Oklahoma City. All right, 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning Thursday. Oklahoma City's already down to 16, 17. Woodward's at 8. Guyman's at 3. Southeast Oklahoma still in the 30s and 40s. All right. There's 9 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. Single digits, teens, below 0 now coming into the Panhandle. And let's get to Thursday afternoon. I'm colder here. I'm about 7 or 8 degrees by Thursday afternoon in Oklahoma City. And we'll be 4 or 5 degrees in the northwest and below 0, close to it out in the Panhandle. So I'm colder than what you see here. But either way, this is brutal. But we're going to be colder than these numbers. And then, like I said, the coldest night will be Friday morning. And I'm a lot colder than these numbers. A lot colder. I've got temperatures, a lot of numbers below 0. I'm just looking at some of the other runs here we've had. But anyway, so now we're talking about wind chills. And again, I think these are going to be colder. But let me show you what I'm talking about here. So wind chills Thursday morning. Starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's already 15 to 20 below 0 in the northwest, and we're 10 to 20 below 0. And then by Thursday night and Friday morning, we're 10 to 20 below 0, some 20 to 30 below 0. Okay, minus 15, minus 18. I think these will be colder though than what you see on that map. Okay, so I think 10 to 20 is good, and I think there'll be some 25 to 30, which is certainly possible. And here's also why as well. Look at the front. Watch the front. All right, there's your Arctic front, Siberian front. There's 6 o'clock in the morning, well through Oklahoma City, plunging into southeast Oklahoma. All right. Okay, then it's still windy into Friday. Not as windy, but still windy into Friday. 25 mile per hour wind gust on Friday from the north. All right, so we do recover some on Friday, back to the teens. But we're going to be in the single digits again Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoon, we're in the single digits. See these numbers on here? Thursday afternoon. Friday morning, I think we're below 0. This is, I think, a little bit too warm. And then Friday afternoon, 10 to 15 degrees above 0. Wind chill still near 0. And then as we get into Saturday morning, temperatures in the teens. And then Saturday afternoon, back to the 20s. That's Christmas Eve. Sunday, lows in the teens. And then Sunday afternoon, back to the mid-30s. All right, let's talk about snow. Now, this model, for what it's worth. All right, that's how much snow it gives us. So that's not much snow, folks. Certainly not a major winter storm out of this. It's a half an inch to a dusting in Oklahoma City. We'll say 1 to 3 northeast Oklahoma. So again, this is where the snow is going to pretty much run through there, right? Half an inch, but visibilities will be low because of the wind. We're going to have so much wind. Especially when the snow is falling, we'll have north winds 30 to 50 miles per hour with some gusts close to 60. And that would be primarily I-35 westward. Higher elevations, as you get higher up, your winds are going to be stronger. And they'll have some gusts to 60. But as far as any travel problems, visibilities will be somewhat lower. Even here in Oklahoma City, visibilities will get lower when the snow's falling. But it's not going to last like that all day. But the snow is going to blow around all day. It's going to be a very, very fluffy snow that's just going to be blowing horizontal. A lot of it's going to blow off the roadways because we're going to have so much wind. And it's going to be so dry and powdery that it just, poof, you know what I mean? And we'll have a little bit of drifting, but not anything crazy here in Oklahoma City. Now, northeastern Oklahoma, you get 2-3 inches of snow. You'll have some pretty good drifts and might have some travel problems up there. Let me show you another model here on snow totals. This is another model that I like. It's doing a pretty good job. It's got a dusting to a 1/2 inch in Oklahoma City, 1 to 3 inches in northeastern Oklahoma. So some drifting snow there. Look at Kansas and Missouri though. If you're planning on traveling up here and that snow comes in, this is Thursday morning. Look how if you're going to Missouri or Kansas on Thursday, you're going to have, you can't. This will be a blizzard. This is a blizzard here, okay? This is a blizzard. So just keep that in mind. Let me show you another view here. And look at Iowa. I mean, Iowa's got, 8 to 9 inches. Missouri's got 5 to 7 inches in Iowa. Missouri, Kansas gets hammered. But Oklahoma, most of Oklahoma does not get hammered with snow. Again, 1 to 3, Tulsa, Bartlesville, Miami might see 3 to 4. So, yeah, it will snow in Oklahoma. I think it snows in Oklahoma City. Southern Oklahoma, I think you'll get some flurries and light snow, but not enough to matter. Not enough to matter south of Oklahoma City. Okay? Okay. So, is this a major Siberian Arctic blast? Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, let me show you this graphic here. This is from the Oklahoma Mesonet. And this is pretty cool. They put together, and I, again, can't say enough about the Oklahoma Mesonet from the folks that do all the work down there and put all this stuff together. It's an incredible amount of data, and they're really clever. But the coldest days in Oklahoma, and we are not even going to come close to this, but the coldest days in Oklahoma is February 15th. Remember that? 2021. Our average temperature between the high and the low was minus 0.4 degrees. Wow. And then the second coldest day after that is December 22nd, 1989 at 1.9 degrees. A lot warmer, relatively speaking. December 22nd, there's that 1983 December. That was a brutal, brutal December for sure. Coldest stretch of cold weather we've ever had. 3.5 degrees was the coldest day. So February 15th of 2021, and we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna get that cold, but we're gonna get cold. So anytime you get temperatures below 20 degrees, you have to worry about the risk of pipes bursting. Now, if it hits 20 degrees or 19 degrees for a couple hours, no. But the fact that we're going to be below freezing from early Saturday morning, for some as early as the overnight, Wednesday night into Thursday morning. But from Thursday morning through Friday, through Saturday, and then by Sunday afternoon, we're above freezing. So it's give or take, I'm trying to figure it up here, 80, 90 hours below freezing. As the house gets colder, as the ground gets colder, you're going to have a risk of some pipes bursting. So, remember, leave the the faucets dripping. Leave your cabinets open down below the sinks. And the most likely area that this would happen would be upstairs, in an upstairs level, where the pipes might be run through an attic, or the north wall of your house. The north wall of your house. We're not going to get any sunshine. You're not getting any sunshine right now because the sun angle's so low. Our shortest day of the year is Wednesday. By the way, that's the first day of winter, Wednesday. So the first full day of winter, we have an afternoon high of 7. So at least we're timing it out right. Anyway, so hey, sweet, look who's in the house. Sasquatch Ice. Snow Squatch Shaved Ice is watching. Yeah, they're a great local family. I met, I think, at the Bigfoot Festival, if I'm not mistaken, down in Southeast Oklahoma this year at the Bigfoot Festival. They were down there. So, snow squatch, shaved ice. And they have great stuff too, by the way. Anyway. All right. So, again, I think the heaviest snow, and that's not going to be crazy heavy, but 1 to 3 inches. Could see locally 4 in northeast Oklahoma. Some data doesn't even have that much. Here in Oklahoma City, central Oklahoma, I think, a dusting to a half an inch. Southern Oklahoma, not much at all. The big story, now, if you live in northern or northeast Oklahoma, you're going to have the big story is twofold for you. It's going to be crazy wind, crazy cold, and blowing snow and visibilities. For a while, Thursday morning into the afternoon will be down to 0 or very, very low visibility. So driving up there will be a problem. I think here in Oklahoma City, I think western, southern Oklahoma, we're just going to be so cold, but I think our visibilities will be okay on Thursday. But it's going to be the big story is going to be the wind. So if you have livestock and things like that, obviously, you know what to do if you're a farmer or rancher. Calves are being born right now, which is so crazy to me that they're born in the winter like this. But, and if you have calves and livestock, I don't need to tell you what to do, but just know that we're going to be below 0. I went for a low of 2 or 3 below 0 on Friday morning. Woodward, I went a low, when did I go Woodward? 7 below Friday morning. 7 below in Ponca City Friday morning for an air temperature. That's not the wind chill, that's the temperature. So, yeah. But again, if you have any outdoor livestock, and on your pets, you cannot leave your pets out inside of this. Your pets should be inside anyway, right? They're part of the family. But your pets and all that have to be brought in. Remember, the water's going to freeze. Not going to have any water. It's all going to freeze up. So this is when the farmers and the ranchers are working hard on this stretch of weather here in the next 4 days. Breaking up the ice. It's crazy. So anyway, a little snow, but a lot of cold. That's what's coming. I think wind chills in Oklahoma City top out 25, maybe 20, 25 below 0. Our coldest wind chill, I think, is 28 below 0. 28 back in, I think, 2011. I'll have to look on that. For Oklahoma City, it's 28 below 0 officially. And we'll be close with that, which is saying a lot. I mean, a lot of wind. A lot of wind. Exposed skin, frostbite sets in. Exposed skin can freeze quickly. When wind chills start to get down to 20, 30, 40 below 0, especially 30 or 40 below 0, but still doesn't take long. 15, 20 minutes of being out with exposed skin, whether it's your face, your hands, or your feet, or whatever, you're going to have problems. So, as far as any blackouts go, 2011 was such a different animal because so many people were using power, and it was using so much natural gas and all that. Obviously, that's going to be at a maximum for those 3 days. Sorry, I got a text from somebody I'm just reading. I don't see a bunch of. Again, I don't work for the electric company, so if their whole system blows up, I have no idea. But I'm just saying, as far as weather goes, we could have some power bumps. There might be some power outages if a tree limb falls on a power line because winds are going 50 to maybe 60 miles per hour. Sure, that could happen. That could happen anytime, though. Get a power outage from a wind gust of 50 or 60. Problem is, though, you're having it when you're below, freezing and almost below 0 for a couple, that one morning in there for sure. So, sure, power bumps, yes. I think that's a possibility. So, anyway, with that being said, today's the nicest day of the week, by far. Oh, also, there's going to be another system we talked about last week coming up Friday night into Saturday morning. It's a fast mover, but it might produce a little snow. Don't be surprised if we see a little snow around Friday night, overnight, into Saturday morning, which Saturday morning, of course, is Christmas Eve. So, nothing crazy. Maybe a little bit of a dusting, but there's another little jet streak that comes right across Oklahoma, and we're going to be plenty cold for snow. So that's still in the cards. So anyway, just prepare now, whatever that means for you. If your house is ready to go, you don't use firewood and you're just natural gas or electric and you're good, well, then you're good. But if you need to, whatever that means, if you need to prepare for, wind chills, 20 to 30 below 0, air temperatures at or below 0 Friday morning, And we get back above freezing by Sunday, by Christmas Day. By Christmas Day. So I read some of these things in here. I'm just reading some of your stuff here. Sorry. Yeah, everybody's good. Everybody's good. And even southern Oklahoma, areas that aren't quite as cold as the rest of us. I've got a low of 2 above 0 Friday morning in Ardmore. 2 above 0 in Ardmore and, Lake Texomaland. 2 or 3, 4 above 0. It's pretty cold. Pretty cold for them. Pretty cold. So, anyway, it's coming. This air is thick, it's dense, it's like molasses, and it's already started to move. Southern parts, all Canada's in the deep freeze, and it's going to come ripping south. So, anyway. All right, folks, we've got to get ready for work. I'll do live updates throughout all week long for sure. And then, we'll do lots of weather coverage this week. And, but, nothing major as far as the snow goes for Oklahoma City. But the cold is major for all of us, but certainly not the coldest we've ever had. Not the coldest since 2021, as a matter of fact. Not the coldest we've had since 1989. Not the coldest we've had since 1983. But this will be one where you're like, oh yeah, this stinks. So, that kind of cold when you walk outside Friday morning, you're like, hurts to breathe. That's that kind of cold's coming. All right, well, hey, you guys have a good Monday. And, hey, get all your shopping done if you can between now and if you're going to go out and about tomorrow and Wednesday, because Thursday, Friday, you can get out and shop, but man, it's going to be you're running from the car to the store for sure. So anyway, all right, you guys have a good Monday and enjoy what's going on outside right now, because it is going to come crashing down. All right, you guys have a good one. Peace out.